Now, as you saw before, there's a lot of science behind where colors come from and how we manipulate them as photographers. How we use colors in our own frame, however, is one of the ways that we make truly stunning images. This is an incredibly difficult thing to do well and takes a lot of time to learn. While you can adjust colors after the fact on your computer, I'm going to talk mainly about actually setting up shots and getting the colors right in camera opposed to just fixing them in post. So first off, let's talk about what colors work well together and what colors create dynamic contrast. As you've already seen, here's the color spectrum. First and foremost, let's talk about primary colors. There are colors that, as you can see here, when added together actually make the other colors in the color wheel. Most commonly, this is a combination of red, green, blue, or RGB. CMY is also a more common color palette, which is cyan, magenta, and yellow. Blue and red make purple, cyan and yellow make green. This can all get a bit complicated because technologies both new and old produce these colors in a number of ways. What's most important for us is to understand what colors complement each other and which colors create dynamic contrast. Now, complementary colors are colors that are opposite one another on the color wheel and create a contrast similar to that of black and white. For example, red and green. You can see that images using mostly those two colors create some stunning results because of the contrast between the colors. When you have a blue background and one thing that is yellow, it really stands out. If you have a green subject in a sea of blue, it almost blends in. It's more so part of the scenery opposed to contrasty and standing out. Typically, all cooler colors or all warmer colors will blend together, but by adding a little coolness to a lot of warm colors or vice versa can cause an image to become more dynamic. At the same time, maybe you want to create more of a mood with your image and have all the colors kind of meshing together. Typically, cooler images will be more peaceful and calming, whereas warmer colors will be more energizing. Also, most colors will really pop when surrounded by white, which is why it's fun taking photos out in the snow. Dark backgrounds will typically blend in better with cooler colors, while warmer colors will stand out from them. While some of this might seem like common knowledge, what is tricky is finding a location, knowing the color palette, and then placing a subject in that frame and really coming up with the look of the image before you go and take the photo. However you want to approach it, playing with the colors in your frame is a huge part of being a photographer and can really set you apart from the rest. It can also, in a way, define your style. Do you prefer warmer colors? Do you prefer cooler colors? Do you prefer only having two colors, or do you like having the whole rainbow in there? There's no right answer, and that's the fun of it. Next, let's get rid of all the colors and talk about black and white.